Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thanks again for joining me here. Hope you're having a phenomenal day. We're taking a quick look here at PEPE. Hope you're having a fantastic time here with the market. It's really awesome the way things are going. Bitcoin 44,000, really awesome trades too here. I mean, these are just our premium groups. I mean, we've got ridiculous amount of trades coming through here. A lot of Bitcoin longs, of course. Big surprise, Bell 84%, near 101%, Gala 76, OGN 43, Gala 58. That was just last 24 hours. Last 48 hours, audio, EDU, Bitcoin, another Bitcoin long, all targets achieved, XRP, link, FAT. Anyways, I don't have enough time to check this out. You can see this in our group, of course, if you want to consider becoming a community member. We do have limited slots available, so just bear that in mind. But again, phenomenal results. Super happy it's working well for you guys, and thanks for the wonderful feedback. Taking a look at the daily, though, here for PEPE, we can see the last 2 days have been pretty monstrous. Okay, now in its history, when we have a strong green day, it's followed by a red day or a doji candle. You can kind of see here the last few days. Last time we had a green candle followed by a red day, another overextended green day, and the price pulled back. Green day, candle, pulled back. Okay, so these pumps keep kind of dumping. So just be mindful of it. That's all I'm telling you. You don't gotta criticize or be mad that I'm saying something bad about your wonderful coin. I'm just telling you abstractly here. That's how you have to look at things. This coin has a tendency of pulling back after a couple of days of increase. Okay. That said, we are overextended here. That's what this X is telling us. This is basically our CC Golden Indicator had a good entry here roughly a few days ago, and considering selling at this point because we were overextended. Okay. Again, just some friendly advice. We might want to consider taking profits. I just recommend adjusting your stop loss higher as the price goes up. That way, if the price pulls back, you're still in the green and you don't lose on the profit. Nothing worse than leaving money on the table. I hate that feeling. So again, that's why we use multiple profit targets and take a large percent at our first, second, and third target. So the daily time frame is great. We got moving averages are great. The RSI, money flow index, is extremely high. MACD is converging. There's nothing here telling us we want to short. Okay. Again, the daily time frame doesn't really tell you that too much. It just kind of gives you perspective that we're on the right side of tracks here and we're truly bullish on this coin. If we take a look at the amount of volume here, we can see the volume weighted average price, or just basically volume range visible profile here, is about 140. So 140 to 145 is a decent amount of support, which is that previous resistance level. You can see that nice little ascending trend there with a recent breakout here in the last 8 hours. Again, this recent 8 hours is extremely bullish from Bitcoin, so you got to recognize that has something to do with it. But again, it's still doing very well in the overall sense, even outside of Bitcoin's success. I just don't think we'd be here if it wasn't for Bitcoin pumping. You do got to recognize, though, with Bitcoin starting to increase its Bitcoin dominance and that whole scale, we could very well see the price pull back. Take a quick look at this. If you're in our Discord, I have it pinned in our education section. Bitcoin dominance goes up, price goes up, alts go down. Now, meme coins are a different story. They tend to go up as well in most cases. But you do got to recognize that Bitcoin does pull back. We will see a dump from any and all altcoins. Okay? Just be mindful of that. And it's not necessarily an if, it's more so when Bitcoin pulls back, it's going to happen. I still think we're going to probably see 47, 48 before that occurs. But again, right now, at this point, anything could happen. So we just got to keep our head on a swivel and be mindful. Anyways, there's nothing here that's bearish at all. If we take a look at liquidity levels, there's really no liquidity or fair value gaps. The hourly might be a different story. There is somewhat of a fair value gap down below here. Sorry, this is liquidity. Down as low as about 116. So the price does pull back. That could be an inevitable fill, but I think that's a lower probability right now. Taking a look at the hourly, what we want to focus on more so is just the fact that we have simple moving averages. We're above all of them here, of course, at this point. We have a nice ascending type of trend here we're going to maybe pay attention to and kind of just see, what this looks like later down the road. Because again, it's running fairly concurrent with the 20-day SMA. And you might hear me talk about the 20-day SMA a lot, because whichever time frame you're on, it's kind of like the indication of you're good to go or you're not. In other words, if we're below this 20-day SMA, we might be starting to break bearish, or we just need to change our strategy or our mentality. Okay, right now everything's moving up. There's no reason to kind of try to fight against it. It's like swimming upstream. There's no reason to do it. Okay. Down below, though, what we can kind of see here is with TD sequential, we got a nice little reset here, and this does look like another type of pattern that we can see here as far as a pennant type of pattern, where the price action is more likely to break up because it originated from the down below than it is to come down. Most pennant patterns break to the upside, mainly because they came from the downside. If it came down like this, for example, we'd see it go down, but different story altogether. So we're looking pretty good here with this little potential breakout pattern. We also want to recognize too the Ichimoku cloud. We have all green lights here to leave our long position open. There's no reason to consider closing it. So to my community members who've taken profit or maybe not with the swing trade that I sent out a few days ago, make sure you keep that open. I'm confident we're going to be able to hit our additional targets. This coin definitely looks pretty good. That said, though, conversion line is above the baseline, lagging span's free and clear, and of course, we're not even close to the cloud. So that really just implies that the price pulls back. We could very well see it bounce off this level here, the 140, 150 range. Okay. Generally speaking, that's what we're looking at. But for right now, I can see no reason to consider shorting this coin. Really, there's nothing here telling us that. And just so you know, I always look for reasons to not take a trade, and we haven't really found or identified really any reason to do so. Okay? So that really implies if you have a long open, keep it open. Considering a short, shame on you. All right. Again, you might get lucky once in a while, but statistically, the odds of a success up to the downside is pretty low. Just depends on how the whole Bitcoin dominance thing plays out. Last but not least, most important here, a lot of exchanges are getting hit with KYC and VPN requirements. BingX is one of those. That is one of our affiliates, of course, but we're also affiliated with Bitunix because they don't have that requirement. No KYC, no VPN. Phenomenal benefits if you use my link to register. We've got a lot of new members coming over here, and they're speaking very high of it. Okay. Use the link down below to register, and obviously if you want to know how to use the exchange, I have an instructional video as well. Either way, thanks again for watching. I hope you all have a great rest of your day. We'll see you in the next one. Take care.